Cenarion Circle is the new reputation to talk about for Phase 5. It has tons of good rewards and some best in slot gear, and today we're going to be looking at exactly what you need to do, as well as providing a spreadsheet to help you. Now there is some time traveling actually in this video, because if you're watching as of today, it is the 24th of May 2025, which means you must be a member and you can take action in this video to prepare for Phase 5, whether that's for your own character or as an investment to create tons and tons of gold. If not, then this video has been released to the public somewhere near the Phase 5 launch, and the same rules apply. You just didn't get the members first early access to save tons of money here. So yeah, first let's look at the rewards for the Cenarion Circle and why you should be so interested before breaking down exactly what you need to do. So just pulling it up on here, I'll go through this as quickly as possible. You've got the cloak enchant, which is very good for the 15 fire resistance, and then all other professions have some kind of craft that gives nature resistance, as we'll likely need this in AQ. At Honored, you've got the nature resistance cloak enchant, which will be the best for this phase. Again, more nature resistant stuff that you can craft. Then at Revered, we unlock one of the main quests, which is for the Rock Fury braces. Now these braces are absolutely insane for casters. We will probably most likely use this until the end of Classic. It's very nice, 27 spell damage and 1% hit. So yeah, as a mage or a caster, this is one of the best things you can get. You also have the Jagged Obsidian Shield here, which is a nice epic shield. And then at Exalted, we have another quest which gives 3 very good items. The Fist of Cenarion. Now this will be best in slot for druid healers and probably shamans as well, as it is a two-handed mace, but it is a lot of damage and healing and crit chance. Then you got Earth Strike, which is an absolutely amazing trinket. All melee and hunters will want this. It increases attack power by 280. Absolutely amazing. So this is one of the items you'll be after. And then we got this Wrath of Cenarion. Now on paper this looks really good, but the proc chance is only 5%. It doesn't have an internal cooldown, so as a mage it's kind of meh, but also okay. I mean, if you still have like the Songstone of Ironforge, this is probably better. One thing to note about this is you can constantly proc it with AoE, so it's very good for AoE paladins, etc. In theory it's good for mage, but then the coefficient drops for AoE spells anyway. So yeah, if you are a mage watching this video, you might not want to get this. If you have tons of gold and you're investing it anyway, you may as well pick this up. You can use it on your AoE farms, why not? So yeah, those are the main rewards. And now I'll pull up this spreadsheet. Bear in mind, this is a very basic spreadsheet. It will be posted in the members section, so you can look at this yourself. So we've got the rewards up here. The main one for us mages here is the Rock Fury braces. It says that it's best in slot for casters. You get it from the quest and what it requires. Then the same for the Earth Strike. We've got the quest here and exactly what it requires. And if you're going for both rewards, it says here exactly what you need. So these are actually obtained from these quests, which require certain badges, and everything in this spreadsheet is designed to help you to do this very quickly. One thing to note is these quests are not available right now until Phase 5. But there are parts of the logistics side where we can get the items now and other things we can do, but we'll get into that in a moment. So what you will need is combat, logistics, and tactical badges, depending on if you're going for this one, or both. You could just go for this, which is 30 combat badges, 40 logistic badges, and 37 tactical badges, and then the marks as well, which we'll get into in a minute. So to start obtaining combat, logistics, and tactical badges, you will need to complete field duty to get signed field duty papers. This basically requires you to take part in an event and kill a bug. Completing this grants 25 reputation and gives you 1 assignment, which you can choose. So I've got a top tip here on how to do this quickly. The best thing to do is set your Hearthstone to center and hold. Then once you have killed the bug for the quest and have the signed papers, what you'll do is Hearthstone back and quickly hand in the quest. Now it's a repeatable quest, so you can quickly pick it up again and then rush back on your epic mount to Krug to hand it in again. That way you get 2 completions for 1 bug kill. But you have to be really quick with this. But yeah, doing this will make things a lot quicker. There'll be no doubt some kind of warlock tribe doing summons and stuff, but I don't want to get too much involved with that, but that is another option. And then basically you can repeat the above as many times as you like. This will allow you to pick up multiple combat, tactical, and logistics quests. Now we'll mostly need this for combat badges, so let's start with the combat badges. So we've got a tab here called combat assignments. Now basically when you have an assignment, it will be any one of these quests, and then what will happen is you will have to go and kill the target, whatever it is. It will be a specific set of mobs. You'll go and do that, then you'll hand it in, and in return you will get 1 combat badge and 50 reputation. Now bear in mind you'll have to keep getting the field duty quests for this one, as they don't give you a new assignment straight after this quest. So yeah, basically you'll keep completing the combat assignments until you have the required badges. This is 15 for the bracers, or 30 for both the bracers and the ring and the trinket. Then the next thing would be the tactical badges, which we've got the tactical assignments here. So again, you will pick up a tactical assignment. The difference is with this one, once you complete it, they will give you a new assignment. So you only need to complete field duty once, then you can just chain repeat these. It's a good idea to do these in a group. So what you'll do is it will be a specific mob or a specific set of mobs. Go and kill them, and then hand it in for the badge, 50 rep, and you'll get a new assignment. So keep completing the tactical assignments until you have the required badges. That's 17 for the bracers, or 37 for both the bracers and the ring. Note, you get a new assignment after completing one, so you can chain do these in a group. So you just keep doing them until you have the correct amount of badges, and you don't have to worry about the field duty. Now, the other thing on here is the logistic badges. Now, the logistics is all to do with crafting, and this is where it gets spicy, and this is where you can make a lot of money. So you'll want to do this right now so you can prepare for phase 5 launch. Obviously, members, you have a lot longer time to do this, but if you're watching this video when it goes public, you probably have a specific amount of time before these prices go absolutely through the roof, especially at phase 5 launch. So what we have is specific quests which require you to hand in specific items. A couple of them are horde only, and a couple of them are alliance only. Otherwise, all the rest are shared. So you can see all the possible logistic assignments here. What you'll do is when you hand in the item, you'll get a logistics badge, 50 reputation, plus a new assignment. Now this should work out in a correct order. So what we want to do is hand in as many as possible of these, assuming you have the money to do so. We'll talk about if you don't in a moment. Keep completing the logistics assignments until you have the required badges. This is 20 for the bracers, or 40 for both the bracers and the ring. Note, you get an assignment after completing one, so you can just chain do these if you have the mats. Now this is where you have a choice to make. I've basically put here the materials to prepare 4 turn-ins per 10 quests. So what we would do is just turn it in as much as possible. I recommend you prepare by having enough materials for 40 turn-ins. Although you might not be going for 40 badges, you can actually resell any materials you have left for a profit. And you can see here every single quest, if we were doing it 4 times, what we would need. So for example, for Arms of the Field, if we were to do this 4 times, we would need 8 Moonstell broadswords. Or for bandages, for example, for 4 times, you would need 120 heavy rune cloth, mage weave, and silk bandages. Now, this is what it requires for the quest, but then you have here the mats as well. So if you were crafting these, let's say you're a blacksmith, you can craft these yourself to save a bit of gold. But for me, I'm just going to buy them outright. Potentially, I'll make the mooncloth myself to save a little bit of gold. But generally, unless you're a blacksmith, you're probably not going to save loads of money here. You could, of course, ask people in your guild to craft them for you as well, which would be a huge saving. So what I'll be doing is preparing 4 turn-ins for 10 quests, which is all of these materials here. And basically, as of today, I did a calculation on the auction house. This is going to cost me 673 gold. Now, what I'll do is this. I'll invest this 673 gold and I'll get the bracers. But then, of course, I'll have a load of materials left. What I'm going to do is flip them on phase 5 launch. It's going to be an absolutely insane profit. Because what you'll notice with people is, 1, they are lazy. We've said this in the past. And 2, a lot of people don't even know what this is. When it comes on the day, they'll be like, right, what do I need to do? Research it. By then, these prices are way too high. So bear that in mind. But yeah, that's my recommendation, that you prepare 4 turn-ins per 10 quests. Now, if you're watching this, for some reason you don't have the money or you haven't seen any of my gold guides, whatever it is, there is a way to fish for specific quests. So if we look here, for example, this one here, we can see right now, extraordinary materials, which requires enchanted thorium bar and enchanted leather. It's quite cheap to do this quest right now. So what we could do is complete field duties over and over again until we get this specific one. But I would advise against this because it's kind of counterintuitive. You are working against yourself. You're trading your time to try and get a specific quest. And then that money you've saved from the time you've wasted, you could have kind of made money anyway. So I wouldn't do that. You might get to a point or some bad RNG where you don't have the mats to hand in a specific quest. You might have to flip a new one and do it again with the field duty. But generally, if you're going for the braces and you have enough for 40 turn-ins, you'll be absolutely fine. Now, the other side of this is the rep. In the rep tab is a very, very simple TLDR. We've already spoke about getting honored reputation right now in phase 4. So what you would do is you would kill these mobs, do this in phase 4, save the pages until phase 5. So if you did this to honored, it would take around 9,000 kills, which is roughly 52 hours solo. If you group up, it's much faster, but you'll have to share the loot, so bear that in mind with the pages. There is a guide on this I've done before, but yeah, it sounds like a lot of kills, but it literally, if you do 2 hours a day now, you'll be fine by phase 5. Not to mention phase 5, these mobs are going to be camped as well, so I would do this right now. Step 2, complete all your quests and assignments. Don't worry too much about the rep right now. We want to get the badges in, we want to get the marks, we want to get everything we need, and then worry about the rep later. If it gets to a point for some reason you're not revered after doing all the quests and everything, then we can use the Twilight pages, turn them in for rep. This is a repeatable quest. You can buy these from the auction house, although if you did the guide I suggested, you should have these saved up anyway. So we're pretty good right now. Any that you have left over, you can sell for a profit in phase 5. They're going to be worth a lot of money in phase 5 going in early because a lot of people are going from absolutely zero. They don't want to farm mobs or they're going to be too camped. They'll just turn in pages. You know what people are like. So then we've got our combat badges. We've got our logistic badges. We've got our tactical badges. The next thing we need is the Mark of Remulus and the Mark of Cenarion if we're going for this, or both. So we've got this marks tab. So basically for the Mark of Remulus, we need to do this quest, but you can get the materials now in phase 4. So we want to get 3 of the frayed abomination stitching. Again, these are bind or pick up from Strat. Get these now because people don't know what they do, right? In phase 5, everyone's going to be looking for it. It's going to be a bit of a pain. Same with the Skin of Shadow. This is bind or pick up from Scolo. Try and get this as soon as possible in preparation. And then the robe, you probably have this already. It's BOE, you can buy one from the auction house for like a gold. So that's not too much of a problem. These ones are where the preparation is, so you want to get into the dungeons while you can and get these as soon as possible. Then for the Mark of Cenarion, we need this quest, the 4 Dukes. Basically, you will kill these 4 Dukes. It's not quite as easy as that. So I've just copied a guide here that someone posted. And it shows you exactly what you need to do. You need to basically summon the Dukes in order to kill them. If you want a specific Duke, you have to do it at a specific stone with a specific signet. It's all here. It's all got links. You can research that. That's not a problem. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this and into phase 5, you've got the rewards you need. You know exactly what you need to do. You can see this spreadsheet in the members section of the guide and go through it bit by bit if you want. It's got all the links. So for example, you can go to the exact quest, see what you need. Okay, combat badges, do it this way. It will tell you what, you know, quests and stuff. But I've got all the links in the actual spreadsheet itself. So yeah, hopefully this guide helped you. It might have gone on for a little bit. I'll put timestamps in the description to make it a lot quicker. And then finally, we'll just go through all the members right now. Callum, Tony, Daniel, Joe, Jade, Pyberg, CEO of Sad, Julian, David, Andres, Right Leg, Pascal, Sandrin, Dookie, Salty Teapot, Hailey, Jay Tyler, Rupert Keane, Dominic, Word, Mickey, John, AMZ, Gorgotha, Peter, Purgin, Zons, Gimlet, Deuce Nugget, Ian, Dahanis, CX3 Music, Javier, Zach, Larry, Kristen, Chaops, James, Scarlett, this guy, Patrick, Biggie, this guy, Eddie, Ali, Trey, Mahali, What Up Burger, Baggers, 500 Panty, 24T Ready, Lucas, Larry, One More Time, Jesse, Windwalker, John, Sunny, Asphetic, The Pope, Seth, Gachi, Jacob, Pepito, Peter, Nick, McCranebow, Georgie, Bumjubo, Lee, Raiko Dan, Jonas, Eggy, and Ghost PM. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much for being members on the channel. Guys, I absolutely love you. You're making my dream become a reality, and we're really going somewhere with this channel. So thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video, and have a lovely day.